A big part of Captain Tsunami is the comic book, created by Emma's neurodivergent mom, Desiree. She created loose pages to tell the story of her life in an alternate universe. A universe that Emma thinks might be real. But what story does the comic book actually tell? Okay, if you listen to Jelly, you can infer that this comic is heavily inspired by Captain Tsunami comic book number 5.
Why Jelly?
Captain Tsunami, comic number 5.
In number 5, its three main characters are bizarro world versions of Desiree, Glenn, and Emma's caretaker, Malcolm. Desiree's alter ego in the comic is Sedona, a streetwise drifter. Malcolm's is Viper, a dude living out of his car, who comes to Los Angeles for a job interview. And then there's Jelly, Glenn's character in the comic book. Jelly is a simple-minded security guard at a movie theater promenade. This is a job Glenn actually did, so the line between reality and fantasy here is thin. In the comic, Viper arrives to town hoping to get a gig selling some sort of pharmaceutical paste made by a mysterious man named Mr. High, or as Emma calls him, the Big Bad. The paste is called High Q. It comes in tubes. Viper gets the gig and is given 100 tubes to sell. Now, throughout the comic, each main character is shown or said to have magical powers. Remember, Sedona says, "I burn everything I touch."
Impressed?
Desiree's favorite character is the warrior mermaid. So, there you go, a mermaid with heat powers. Viper can make himself invisible. He also has weird glowing orbs growing on his back. But what's Jelly's power? Well, we'll get to that in a sec. The key to all this is the evil Mr. High. Emma says he has this red and black machine that chews people up and spits them out. But what is the machine making? Simple. It's making the High Q.
It's not freaking rocket science!
So what exactly is this weird paste?
What's that stuff you're selling?
Drugs, I think.
Good drugs?
Well, they're not technically drugs, but I did try some, and I was hella tripping.
Mr. High uses these job interviews to lure in the lost souls who he thinks have magic inside them. Once he traps them, he puts them in the machine and turns them into paste. People like Viper, Sedona, and Jelly. Mr. High uses their magic and puts it inside the tubes. See, he's gathering all the lost souls and selling their magic. Remember what Glenn says about the characters in the comic? People who think they're fish getting summoned by Captain Tsunami.
Well, it looks like a story about three weirdos who think they're fish getting summoned by Captain Tsunami.
But are they fish? Viper says he's a snake. He slithers. Is he being totally honest? He has glowing lights growing on his back. These lights are the marks of a viper fish. But what about Jelly? Well, when he's in the hospital bed, remember, the doctor, Dr. White, or High's henchwoman, says Jelly is 95% water. What has that? The jellyfish. So the three main characters in Captain Tsunami comic number 5 are a mermaid, a viperfish, and a jellyfish. Remember what Mr. High says the paste is made of?
It's fish oil mostly.
And Jelly gives his own clues about his own
He
superpowers.
disintegrates the evil shark monsters.
With his lightning fingers. That's when he becomes a superhero.
He says Captain Tsunami defeats the evil shark monsters with his lightning fingers. Now, Emma says in the comic, Jelly saves the day. So when Viper and Sedona get tied down by Mr. High, they're toast, while Jelly is trapped in Mr. High's machine about to get turned into paste. But how does Jelly save the day? Well, he fulfills his destiny. He becomes Captain Tsunami. He spells it out at one point. Remember, Captain Tsunami himself, Sisto, tells Jelly that he must become the captain. Jelly becomes a superhero, uses his lightning fingers. Look closely. It's subtle. A brief glimpse of the panel. Uses his lightning fingers and defeats Mr. High and Dr. White, the evil shark monsters. Dr. White, the great white shark, and her leader, Mr. High. But what the bad guys didn't see coming were three lost souls with shared magic who become a family. stronger together than apart. Remember, everybody has a thing.